Right, welcome guys, this is going to be my review of Barbie. Yes, that's right, I've finally seen it. The smash hit success. In fact, one comment said that this was the most important film of a generation. Cured cancer. Oh dear. Oh god, it doesn't really know what it is. So there's a load of people that say it's satirical and it's poking fun at feminism and the patriarchy and all this kind of stuff. And look, guys, at the end of the day, I have to talk about this stuff because this is actually the point of the film. The point of the film is to show Kens developing themselves into a patriarchy. Barbie land needs to be, you know, reclaimed from the Kens and the patriarchy. So it's literally about feminism and the patriarchy, right? So I have to talk about this stuff. God, first and foremost, it was not funny. I don't know whether this is American humour or British humour or not, but it simply was not funny at all. And the thing is, you can't mistake this for being a children's film because of the age rating. It's not actually for children. The age rating is like, I think it's a PG-13, right? So it's not for younger children. So the humour just didn't land for me at all. Give it its props. I'll try to sort of compliment sandwich this film. The set design was amazing. Like, they went to town on the set design. The Barbie dream houses, the Barbie... I can't even believe I'm talking about this. The Barbie cars, van, camper van, whatever. All of it looked absolutely exceptionally good, right? It all looked great. They did a really good job on that. Like, god damn. Margot Robbie did a fine job as Barbie, I guess. It's such a... It's interesting because for a movie that is purportedly promoting a matriarchy, because that's kind of what this film does promote to a degree. The lead actor, but Margot Robbie, who plays Barbie, and basically everyone else in this film is just chewing scenery. They're just breezing by. It's the most brain dead acting you've seen in a long time. There's no range. There's no greater performance there. So it's quite funny, really. There's almost a sort of an irony to it that, you know, this film, which is promoting a matriarchy, its lead actor, a woman, is basically just plodding through it. So look, everyone did a fine job, I guess, but they don't have much to do. It's interesting. The bulk of the singing is actually done. There's some actual like musical numbers in this that are all done by the Kens, you know, Ryan Gosling and things like that. They do a good job. Now, what is this story about? So if you watch the trailers, you would be confused, misled into believing that this film is about Mattel trying to recapture Barbie. It's not. It is actually about Barbie and Ken going to the real world, Ken learning what a patriarchy is, and turning Barbie land into a patriarchy, and then the Barbies claiming it back. Now, there's a few things, and this is what I mean, this film doesn't really know what it is, and a lot of people are saying it's satirical. I think it's really important to look at the writer to understand whether it is satirical or not. So the writer is an out-and-out devout feminist. So whatever you think is satirical in this, I would err on the side of caution and probably say it's actually not. I'd be surprised if it is, because, you know, I think a lot of this stuff is just subtext. Like, it's very clearly contextual. There's no satire there. It's framed as satire, or unintentionally so. But there's also something hilarious about this film when you look at, I guess, the message for a Ken. A Ken. Which is basically, if you stop simping, you can actually achieve a lot. Which is, I guess, an unintentional message of this film. Because when Ken does decide to stop simping for Barbie, he takes over Barbie Land, and he becomes the ruler. But then it's his simping that brings him back. Which is an unintentional message of this film. Absolutely unequivocally it is. I think, first and foremost, it's just not funny. I think there was one joke I laughed at, maybe two. One about I don't have a vagina, he doesn't have genitals, etc. That was quite funny. But when they go to the mainland, when they go to the real world, one, they're on Venice Beach. Venice Beach is a shithole. Like, it's disgusting. They must have shipped out all the homeless people there to film that. And all of the men in the real world, every single last man they interact with, and this is what I mean by it, I don't think it's satire, every single last man they interact with is just an arsehole. Like, these people don't exist in the real world, not to this degree, you know, not at such prevalence. I mean, yeah, sure, women, you might come across some, but it's very rare that men allow other men to be as obnoxious and as, you know, sexist as what you see in that film. Like, catcalling. Like, I've never seen a man go up and slap a random woman's ass. Ever. Ever. And I've worked in various different, you know, parts of the world. And I've travelled many different parts of the world. I have never seen a man slap another woman's ass that they didn't know. And if I had seen that, I'm damn certain everyone would have reprimanded that man. But that actually happens in this. Very strange. It's a strange representation of men, but it's also, I guess, an insight into the writer's mind and how they perceive them. It's an awful lot of projection, isn't it, at the end of the day? It's an awful lot of projection on what the writer actually, you know, perceives men to be. But it was just not very good. I actually don't understand how it's getting such great praise. And I guess in some regard, there's something comical about this, is that the feminist push that this film has is actually preying on weak, genuinely weak-minded women who perceive the world in that way. And it's actually quite manipulative, because they're doing that to bank off of them, knowing full well that that's not the way the world is. Quite sad, really, when you look at it like that. But all in all, how long have I been rambling for? 7 minutes. Not really said much, have I? It's just not very good. I didn't really enjoy it. Yeah. Barbie decides to be a real person at the end. Look, at the end of the day, if you like this film, sure, be my guest. I'd crack on, I guess. But it wasn't funny. Set design was great, though. Like, from a creative aspect, get my language right, the set design was fantastic. You couldn't have made it any better. But, you know, for the Barbies to be deprogrammed from the patriarchy, the human that makes her way into Barbie Land has to say such... This is her truth of what she experiences the real world as. And it is such shit. And again, just as an FYI, yeah, I'm sure there are some women that feel that that is the way the world is. But that is not the way the world is. And sure, fine. Continue to be a victim, I guess. You enjoy that mindset of being a victim. But that's not the way the world is. It's like people who perpetually say the world is entirely racist. Sure, fine, live in your victimhood mindset, I guess. It's just pathetic. After a certain point, it does actually become pathetic. Oh dear, it's a bad film. Not good. Not a good film. And I was open to enjoying it. Like, I said many times, I've not seen it. But I really don't get the appeal. I honestly don't get the appeal. It's not funny. I don't know. I mean, look, it's not for me. I get that. But then they're narrowing down their audience, aren't they? To quite a tiny amount. Anyway, there's my thoughts. Rambly as it was. And that's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Have you seen it? This is very divisive. It's splitting people down the middle. Some people say it's satirical. I think it's really important to look at the writer and the director and look at her previous work and interviews and things. She is an out-and-out feminist. So anything you may perceive as being satirical, I don't think it is. I just don't think it is. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. Anyway, let me know what you think down below. I'd love to hear it. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.